The parents of a drunk driver who died in a car crash last year are suing Tiger Woods and his girlfriend, who manages a restaurant owned by Woods. They blame the golfer for allowing their son, an employee of the restaurant, to leave after he'd become intoxicated. The lawsuit alleges Woods and his girlfriend both knew the man was an alcoholic, but there are reports that neither of them was actually at the restaurant the night the employee drank too much and got behind the wheel. So let's bring in tonight's Legal Eagles, Law and Crime Network host Bob Bianchi and Fox News contributor Emily Campagno. Great to have both of you with us.
Hi, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
All right, we're going to start with Exhibit A, which is a soundbite from the attorney representing the family of this young man who died.
They served him drinks for 3 hours, fueling his addiction. They didn't call him a cab. They didn't offer to get him a ride home. They just let him leave.
So, Emily, why should they not bear any responsibility for his death?
Right. So in this Reverse Dram Shop Act, which is the statute in Florida that the parents are suing over, it basically holds liable a business or a person for serving an alcoholic. But here it carves out a very narrow exception to that, a very limited circumstance, which is the knowingly service if it's a habitually addicted alcoholic. So it's important to note for viewers that, first of all, there's been no response filed. But when there is, Tiger Woods has on behalf actually many defense points. Number one, the restaurant is an incorporated corporation in the state of Florida, which means that it's a very rare case for him to be held personally liable for something that happens in the business. And that's likely why he's holding out, by the way, for an actual suit, because he will probably be dismissed. Secondly, just piece by piece, he'll defend it. He'll say, look, we had no idea that this guy was habitually addicted, even though in Florida circumstantial evidence suffices. He'll say, we had no idea. We weren't there that day. We didn't serve him. He served himself. He was the bartender there. The video didn't depict that, and we only in the course of natural business is how the video was destroyed. So they're just going to go point by point and basically kind of blow apart what is being alleged, unfortunately, here.
Okay. Let's bring Bob in to argue his side of the case. The Sun Sentinel, the paper down there, says this: Wood's side will likely lean on a state law called the alcohol or drug defense, which restricts damage payouts if the jury makes two findings. First, jury must determine that the blood alcohol level of the person suing the bar was above the legal limit. Then there must be a determination that the plaintiff was more than 50% at fault in the case. If that happens, the person suing the bar gets nothing. Exhibit B, Bob, your response.
Yeah, Emily is substantially correct. And in fact, with regard to the law of Florida, it's very unusual. It's only one of the few states that doesn't say that if you serve a visibly intoxicated person, whether they're habitually addicted or not, the bar is responsible, that it has an affirmative duty to make sure that they take care of that person. In Florida, if you look at their law, they can get you bombed, drunk, 3 times the limit in this particular case. They can escort you to the car. They can tell you have a nice ride on the way home, and you could kill an innocent person. And as Emily points out, the law actually shields the bar. The only way they're responsible is if they could show that he was habitually addicted. In this lawsuit, the plaintiff is saying that Tiger Woods, the girlfriend who hired this young man, knew about his alcohol problem, knew he was going to AA, a month before got into an accident after leaving the bar while drunk, and the tape that disappeared because they knew that there was a problem for how much they gave him that day. That's where they may get him.
Those are the key issues. Okay, you all have made your case. Bob and Emily, thank you both very much. Folks at home, you are now the jury, so let us know at Shannon Bream or at Fox News Night how you would rule in this case.